Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing. That helps me out a lot. And today I want to give you a video on pound test and the diameter of the line, because that's very important when it comes to choosing a different bait and how it's supposed to work correctly. You know, I have 3 different size lines that I throw like 90% of my baits on. And if I take a crankbait that's supposed to be thrown on 15 and I put it on 17, it might not run right. I might get way less bites. So it's very important to have the right diameter, because pound test is just a ballpark number. It's a marketing gimmick. It's one of those units that we've kind of grandfathered in and we just go by that. But it's not correct brand to brand. You know, a size 9 Nike is going to be the same as a size 9 Adidas, or the same size as a size 9 Reebok. You know, just like when you go buy a gallon of milk, 1%, 2% or whole milk, it's going to taste the same if it's this brand or this brand. It's going to be the same. Fishing line is one of those things where it's different. You know, 20-pound Sunline that has the same diameter as Seagar is going to be 17-pound. That has the same diameter as Berkeley is going to be 15-pound. Now, those lines, they're all the exact same size and the same strength, but that marketing gimmick of pound test, which is not important, you should never go by. You know, you're not going to break any of those lines. Who knows what that number really even means when you're talking about pound test? You know, are they all, when you pull on them, they're all going to break at just perfectly at 15 pounds of pressure, or 17 or 20? No, probably not. That's not important. The only thing that's important is that they don't break and that they make the bait do what the bait is supposed to do. So I'm going to kind of go into pound tests that I throw on certain different baits, but it's really not about the pound test. Let's look at the diameter on this one. So we have 15-pound test, and then that is 0.013 inches diameter. Now this is what I'm going to throw any bait that has a falling action. So like a Texas rigged worm, a lipless crankbait, where the fall is where you're going to get most of your bites. So you can't have 17-pound test, which is acting like a parachute because it's thicker, and it's going to slow your bait down, getting you way less bites. Now, when I go up to 17-pound test, that's baits that I don't really need a whole lot of action. Like a chatterbait, it can run on heavier line. A spinnerbait, there's a big wire on there muzzling the action of the bait already. 17-pound test is not going to hurt it. And then there's baits where I will go up to 25-pound test depending on the cover that I'm fishing. If it's a flipping application and I'm putting it into trees or heavy cover where I know that line is going to be pulling against wood, but that's okay. I can pull those fish out of there. Same thing if I'm spinnerbaiting in real heavy cover. I know that line's going to be hitting wood. It's going to be nicking it. I need that heavier line to get those fish out. So the 2 applications you need when it comes to fishing line is don't ever break it and make sure the bait is doing the right thing. If you just pay attention to the pound test, you're really gonna go to the tackle store and said, I've been catching them on 12-pound test, and you switch over to a different brand because your brand that they have is out, it's not gonna work the same. You're gonna get out on the water and go, this feels different. Why am I not catching anything? So the diameter is really the one to pay attention to. Now, you don't need to memorize every diameter, but you do need to be able to pull your phone out, look on Tackle Warehouse. They show all the diameters of the line. Go through there and say, oh yeah, I'm catching them on 0.013 inches. This 10, 15-pound test says that it's 0.05. Why would I? And it's like one of those things where if you go to buy new tires for your car, and this is your car that you drive every day, you're going to want those 50,000-mile tires because you want them to last you as long as possible. But if you're taking, grandpa's sports car to get new tires on it, and well, we're only going to put 100 miles on this car this year. I don't need the 50,000 miles. I want some tires that are comfortable, that ride good. Get the 20,000. So you need to pick the line for the right job. It's not about, oh, this one says that one's got to be stronger. That's not what it means. Look at the diameter, and then you can test out what's stronger. But you need the right diameter for your bait. And then the only thing about strength and line and pound test and all that is just get line that's heavy enough that it won't break. So try that when you're picking out fishing line, or you got to reline a reel that for a bait that you're catching them on and you can't find the line that you use. It's not so important about the brand. It's more important about the diameter. So take a closer look at that before you buy line. Good luck to you guys, and I'll see you on the water.